We are
Hello.
here today with Ogechi Adeola from Lagos Business School in Nigeria. Hello, Ogechi.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. And with Richard Owusu from Linnaeus University in Sweden. Hello, Richard.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Well, today we have a very interesting meeting with both of you. You are chairs of a track in the CBIM 2022 International Conference that will take place hopefully online in June of this year. And the theme of this track is B2B marketing in Africa, strategies for succeeding in a dynamic and emerging marketing. Let me briefly show you how to get access to this track. People that are interested in this just need to go to CBIM2022.org International Conference, go to tracks, and in track number 7, B2B marketing in Africa, strategies for succeeding in a dynamic emerging marketing. There will be also some papers will be invited to special issue. Well, not a special issue, a special fast track for the European Journal of Management and Business Economics. So my first question would be, why B2B marketing in Africa? Why did you find interesting this topic for a track?
Okay, thank you very much. I will start with just a background. Some years ago, Richard and I met at University of Ghana Business School. We were invited to take some classes by Professor Robert Hinson. And when we got to speak, we found out that Africa research has been predominantly focused on B2C markets. And B2B, Africa, although everybody's saying Africa is a new frontier, but the narrative has been predominantly focused on the consumer market. So it was a bit promoting a consumer-centric marketing, B2C, particularly in research. And we said Africa is a fast-growing economy, and in the last 2 decades, there's been successful B2B focused companies. And this makes it important for us to look into B2B market and management, marketing and management. So we got together and said, why don't we write a book on B2B marketing? When we started writing, we didn't have enough materials to write because research has not really been focused on Africa in that area. So we said, okay, we have an opportunity to promote B2B marketing in Africa. And we finished the book. It's called Business to Business Marketing, How to Understand and Succeed in Business Marketing in an Emerging Africa, published by Whitley. And we are really happy about it. So we want to, yes, Richard is raising it, yes, very good. It came out last year. We co-authored it. Yes, co-authored with Richard, Robert Hinson, and Nnamdi Oguji. Nnamdi is not here. Robert Hinson is also not here. So we are representing our co-authors.
Great.
So we want to see B2B marketing. We want to see growth in B2B, especially as the African Continental Free Trade Area it's an agreement created amongst 54 out of the 55 African Union nations. It presents an enormous opportunity because it focused on creating a single market for Africa and increasing competitiveness. So B2B is essential. Talking about B2B, the sector is essential, and we need to ensure a seamless value chain, which will lead to competitive purchasing and supply at every stage of the value chain. So this is the interest, and moving forward to the conference, it presents an opportunity for academics to talk about B2B marketing in Africa and how to succeed, strategies, come up with strategies, discuss strategies for succeeding in an emerging dynamic environment, which is Africa.
Perfect. So you have identified an interesting gap in B2B marketing in Africa. Any specific research gaps that you would like to be seeing addressed by the authors?
I would like to add, I think Ogechi made a very good representation of the situation of B2B. I would like to add that B2B is actually the basis of a successful economy, because everything starts from the B2B level. Innovation, product development, B2B value chains are extremely important, because B2C, the customer is actually just at the end of the value chain. And a lot of what happens in marketing happens at the B2B side. So the B2B side is actually larger than the B2C side. And with our B2B, functioning B2B, I mean, you think about logistics, you think about import, you think about production, you think about financing. These are all B2B aspects. Unfortunately, I think because business education is so new in Africa, the tendency is to look at the B2C and to think that B2B is taken for granted. But from our knowledge from research in the developed economies, B2B knowledge cannot be taken for granted. In addition, in Africa, the business culture is very different. So the B2B research from the rich countries do not necessarily apply. That is the management of B2B does not necessarily apply, because our business culture is very relationship oriented, and considering the situation of our institutions, very fast changing institutions. So in relation to the question that you just asked, what are the top specific topics? I would say that everything in B2B, I mean, is welcome. But if I take specific topics like the institutional changes and how they impact B2B marketing and management, globalization and how it impacts B2B marketing and management, the value chains, as Oge mentioned, the strategies in managing value chains in different African industries. Are they different? Are the value chains different? How different are they? How are their management? How is marketing in these value chains? Those value chains that are very localized as compared to those that are, linked to global value chains. For example, sourcing and outsourcing. How similar or different are these? Another big area of B2B is business to government. The government is a major part of the economy in African countries due to the less developed economies. And governments are buying a lot in terms of infrastructure, in terms of supplies. Nowadays, a lot of government purchasing has been liberalized to private companies. So this aspect is very important for B2B companies, and also for the government to get, goods, to get just-in-time deliveries, quality deliveries from local companies. Another area I'll mention is B2B services, which is something also that many African companies or African entrepreneurs don't think about. That the services sector is large in every industry, in every side of marketing, and in B2B too. So these are some areas I can mention specifically.
Okay, thank you. You both are keeping a very interesting overview of the track and also the specific themes of topics that can be addressed by authors. And just to any piece of advice that you would like to give to the authors that are now considering submitting to the conference, because as most people should know, if you browse on the website of the conference, the deadline for the submission is the 15th of April. But for the conference, we don't accept full papers. We just expect an extended abstract or no more than 4 pages. All the information is available on the website. And then after the conference, with the feedback that they receive from you as chairs and other co-presenters, they will be able to submit to some of the journals of the conference sponsoring, in particular, European Journal of Management and Business Economics. So in this context, any piece of advice, final comment or recommendation from authors that are now considering submitting to this conference?
I want authors to see it as an opportunity to look at an untapped research area. We need to promote or look into what is going on in Africa. We need to look at the how companies are evolving, how the changes in B2B market space, that is moving from product focus to more of product dominant focus to more of a service dominant logic. So looking at it, what is going on? We also want them to see how artificial intelligence is changing the B2B marketplace. Look at how digitalization, how would companies use digital as a source of competitive advantage. We want them to go beyond. How can we improve the African B2B market? And they should also know that because it's largely an unfocused, an area that would not focus, people are going to, and as Africa is the new frontier, people are looking towards Africa. Businesses are interested in what is happening in Africa. So I see massive, enormous opportunities for researchers, yes, in this area. So I want them to submit. They should feel free beyond what we have stated. Look at it and say, what is happening in the B2B market space? What are the strategies for such that African countries can use in African companies to succeed in the global marketplace? And also look at the impact of globalization. This is very important, and how it's affecting the African business environment. That is what I want. They should just be very creative with topics, very creative.
So Ogechi, thanks a lot, and Rich as well. And as this conference is run in a very friendly environment, I hope that you don't mind if potential authors would like to contact with you prior to the submission to get some feedback from you. I think that you will be available to give some advice to them, I hope. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ogechi and Richard.
Yes.
And have a good day. I hope to see you soon in the conference online.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.